Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another day with Dylan on... Ooh, interesting. I do need to start off the day with eating in my game, so that's perfectly fine. But welcome, everybody, to another day. We're playing some Minecraft here, and we're picking up a little bit where we left off with some bee farm building. And today we're actually going to finish up the farm itself. Oops, and then go for a bit of a stroll about. If I can find my way out the door, that might help. And I find a bit of a stroll out here, and then after that we've got some gathering that we need to get doing. Let's see if we can get ourselves a little bit of sounds to go with this. Maybe we can get ourselves a little bit of tunage. Where did that go? All right. So, where we left off, I was actually a little bit puzzled at the time about how to be doing the redstone on this one. I got that far, and then I realized that I'd not remembered how to do the rest of it, which was kind of silly on my part. But we've got our bees who are tied up, so they're going to stick around for a while, which is kind of nice. And I forgot to bring with me some... Did I bring any stone or the blocks I wanted? A gazillion flowers. I remember I was trying to put those away. Ooty-dooty-doo. And I wanted glass to go with this redstone that we were doing. I'll take another run at that when I come back. Just going to grab that glass real quick, and then we can get ourselves on the road. All right. Oh, what did I do with all my glass? Please tell me I didn't use it. Looks like I did. Okay, well. That can go away. Which wrong box? Over there. Okay. We're going to need lots because... Might as well come back and get the rest later, but we're going to need lots because we're going to have to turn those into bottles afterwards. And I think I'm going to need more chests and more blocks. That's jungle wood. Okay, don't want to mess with that. There we go. Did I actually bring the redstone? I've got a repeater. That's kind of interesting. Or is it a comparator? I can't remember. I'll check it when I put it down. No, where did I put? There we go. We need redstone. Repeater. Only one comparator. Okay, I may need some more. If I can't figure out what I did with the rest of them. All right. Well, looks like I'm going to have to make some more comparators. Let's put these in our inventory and that in their inventory. Let's see. How can we... 15, I don't need that many. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should do because we only have 9 hives at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Might help if I actually remember the blocks I was going to bring. And then realize that they're in my hand. That's even sillier. All right. So this one is going to be, is it the right direction? Yeah. So it's going to be the comparator. And then we need some space for some dust. Those out of the way. 1 and 2. And then I'm going to take it upwards with some glass. Let's put dirt on the floor. Glass. And more glass. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can go this 1 and 2. And then where did I put? I forgot my dispensers. Aha. So good morning, anyone who happens to be in this morning. Dispensers, there we go. So part of the mistake I'd made last time was that I needed to... Come on. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Part of the mistake I made last time was that I needed to put a comparator in, not an observer. The observer is a sort of a binary. It either is or it isn't full. Whereas, okay, good. Sorry. Whereas this one, because the hives have a 5 levels before they're full of honey, right? You've got the comparator that measures it, and then we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put a repeater in here, and then a block on top of this dispenser. And once I've got this one built, I can actually jump myself back on top of things. There we go. Oh, doing that. There's my repeaters. Don't need an axe. Right. Repeater. This one. And then the dust that goes here, here, and there. So that should be 5. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But yeah, I just figured that one out. Thanks, Neon. I need to actually put it the other way. He has to read off this one and then send out the other end. There, that looks better. Yes. At least I knew I had it in the thing. That's a good start for me. Okay, what else did I not bring? Let's go and swap out and ditch some of these stupid flowers again. Oh, hush. I really should name that zombie, but I just can't be bothered. I hope you're doing well, Neon, and that where you are is a little bit toasty. We've actually finally got a melt up here, which is a nice relief for a change. I'm sure I have something somewhere. Okay, that's not what I needed. Did these guys? I'm going to want some more hoppers and some more chests, but that's okay. This has to get me 2. It'll work for now. 2 chests. Alrighty. That's what I wanted. I remember if that's what I wanted. Good morning, CJ Every Williams, and good morning, Neon Traveler. Let's see if I can do anything fancy today. My buttons want to cooperate. Let's try this one. Yay, it worked, sort of. All right. Let's get back to business. Oh, bedtime. Bedtime. Good morning, fantastic Sherlock Fox. Hope you're doing well. And hi, Balreen. Haven't seen you around in a while. Glad you were able to join me this morning. Okay, let's get this one going. Now, the idea with this one, it's fairly small, set up, but the idea is going to be that the bees will have access to the front here, and I'll let them free roam in the space we've got. So we'll set up 5 going this way, and then probably that I actually will probably end up moving the whole thing back again. Yep, I blew it. I put it right in the middle when I didn't mean to. Ah! Tear down, tear down, tear down. Okay, let's start with the glass at the back. I can do that. Let's see. Is the middle one? Close enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I will put my blocks out at the back. Build, tear down, rinse, repeat. Right? Isn't that how it goes? And I get that in. 1, 2, 3. Come on. 3, 4, and 5. I'll probably regret putting it right up against the wall, but you know, that's how I learn. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I need the third one up front. You're in the way. All right. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I don't want this one. This is where I messed up the first time. There we go. Oops, I have it in front of me. Just lurking? Yep, you're more than welcome to lurk as long as you like. Everybody's got stuff to do. Everybody can hang out, say hello, and then do what they need to do. That's totally okay. Actually kind of funny. I was looking at, what was it? It wasn't Twitch Tracker. It was Twitch Striker, I think it was, or something. Twitch Strike. Anyways, it's one of these sites that claims to be able to tell you which games to stream and when to stream them. And so I was looking at Minecraft, and it fell on the "yeah, you're an idiot if you stream that one" list for the size of my viewership. And then I was looking at Abduction just to see where that one fell in the list. And that one, it's kind of funny because every slot I looked at, not every slot I looked at, but every slot that would work well for me that I looked at, turned out to be one where they said, yeah, there's nobody going to watch you, so that's fine. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I play when I play, and if the game doesn't, or if the metrics don't like it, they can just take a hike. Okay. But it's more of a curiosity thing. I mean, it's one of those, what does that window look like? How else are other people doing it? And honestly, it is kind of amusing, though, to note when one's own channel shows up because it's the only thing going in that slot. I find that kind of funny. I don't know why I find it funny. I really shouldn't, but I don't put too much stock in those sorts of things. I mean, if you suck, you suck. If you're good at it, you're going to be good at it. It's got nothing to do with metrics. It's kind of like that movie Field of Dreams. You know, when they say, if you build it, they will come. That's not the truth when it comes to things like Twitch. You actually have to have some value. Or you have to not care. And I'm in the not care category, so we're all good. Okay, where did the dispensers go? Oops, wrong way. Thought I gotta do the block first. that's not gonna work. Okay. This one and this one. There. Hello? Don't click twice, please. Now, why do I have a floating piece of redstone? Who knows? So I'm still playing with the sounds and displays and stuff because buttons are fun. Buttons are lots of fun. But we are apparently dropping frames this morning, so if things get too bad in the chat and I'm not noticing, feel free to get my attention, just because we don't want things to be super sloppy. All right, where is blocks? Yeah, that might help if I actually put things where I can stand on them. There we go. And then repeaters. Now repeaters matter this way. No, one. Okay, I'm just doing my mental math here. One more time. So we've got signal comes out to the comparator, which then talks to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then triggers the repeater, which will give a full signal out to the block that'll power a dispenser, which the intent is going to have the dispenser. Some of them are going to have shears, and some of them are going to have bottles. So as long as we can keep the bottle dispensers full, we should be okay. Because what it's going to try and do is fill off the honey and then go back in. But if every slot has an empty bottle in it, then it won't be able to. Shoots down here again, which gets sucked out from the bottom by the hopper into the chest. That's the idea anyways. May not always work that way, but that's the plan. So I've got 5 on this side, and I'll probably put 4 on the other side, I think. So these guys are going to be in the way. But I don't really want to let them go yet because I didn't put the roof on. And I didn't want to put the roof on while I was building these because I make a mess. And I end up with spawns that want to harass me, so here we go. Them's the breaks, right? Let's go this way. You. That again. Okay, I wanted to connect this one. Better. Okay. So let's see. 5 from the back wall. One, 2, 3, 4. Oops, not that one. Those bees okay? They look like a statue. Yeah, I don't know why, but they're just staring at each other right through the post. It does look a little weird though, and it almost looks like I could hop up on them and ride. What's so exciting about this post, buddy? Do you have an issue? Well, in any case, get this one up there. I can get that glass on. Oops. It never wants to do that when I actually want it to, but then, well, one. Oh, bee. 2, 3, and 4. Oh, behave. Let's see if we can take a nap. Sometimes I wish I knew the clear command, or had the ability to use a clear command on the game chat, but I don't. Okay, let's see. Actually, why don't I just move these guys? If they're gonna be in the way, they're gonna be in the way. Just the way it goes, right? Okay. Do you want to just stare at the post all day? That's really odd, mister. You can go stand over here instead. 1, 2, 3. Where's the other guy? Oh, and 4. And you guys can go over there. Sure. That'll work. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Really? Orgiized. Yes, that's it. I'm not too fussed about standing around and breeding them up on camera. I might get it started, but there's really no need to do that. It's a bit of a waste of everybody's viewing time, including mine. Let's see. Comparator. Nope, wrong way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 chests. No, I want more. And I'll find wood, at the dumbest times. Oh, that's bricks. That's planks. Exactly. There we go. Yeah, I said I'd find wood at dumb times, and I just did. Okay, chests. That'll do. And... oops, wrong one. So to start with, I could make a bunch of bottles, but I think it might be worth just seeing how things are going, making sure that I haven't forgotten anything, and take a quick trip to the Monster Masher, I guess? The mob farm, and just see if any of the witches left any bottles that I forgot to pick up, because that would make life a little easier all around. Okay. And I'm out of dispensers anyway, so let's just... really. Yeah. So that way I can pick up the bows while I'm there to make more dispensers. Okay, so let's just put away something I'm definitely not going to need. Just so that I have space in the inventory. I don't need a bucket. I'm going to need those. Okay, I think that should do. Oops, don't put that. There we go. Disorganized as always, but it works. I don't need this much glass. Not at the moment. Okay. That will at least get me some space to grab some pieces up at the other end. I don't need to hold those in my hand either. So take a quick run out here, and we're going to see what we can grab. I'm itching to have something in here, in between the mob farm and our base. Not that I want to do anything major, but I'm really looking forward to building something in there, so I think that'll probably be the next project. Oh, the joys of young bees not listening. Yeah. Well, part of the reason I have to do all the breeding in the first place is because I made a boo-boo. Yeah, I admit to boo-boos. And I did not leash them up, nor did I fence them in, or box it in, or whatever, and they just took off. So, Didn't take long to find some more, so that's all good. Ooh. My stream doesn't like me today. I've done something screwball. Apologies all around. I think I know what I did, and I can reverse it, but not while stream's running, so we'll fix it in between unless it gets horrible. Up we go. Come on. I seriously wish we could climb ladders faster. I mean, it is a little faster than reality based on the speed of the rungs, but still. I miss some of the zip mode available in some of the Myst games. Just when you've got really long direction to go. If I was smart, I would build like a, what do you call it? Soul Sand elevator. Just, yeah, not one of those things I thought about. I mean, honestly, even I could just drop a bucket off the side and swim up. That'd be faster too. But hey, it works, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or don't... Yes, that too. No, not there. Here, no. There, no. What's in here? Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. What do we got? Nope. Come on, ladies. Have you left me anything? No. Anything in that chest? No. Random odds and ends, huh? Let's put that down there. Oh, I got 2. Well, I guess 2 is better than nothing. Yep, okay. And I've got the 4 bows I need for the 4 dispensers. Actually, I might as well fill up on a few more just so that I can have dispensers for later. And there's some more bottles. Why not? Put those back. Yeah, first music discs I've ever had came out of the mob farm. People have gifted me ones before, but I've never actually had any of, quote unquote, of my own, so to speak. So that's kind of a nice change. Okay, enough toying. We're out of here. Yeah, that's real smart, Dylan. Try and go down the glass. Not so effective. Okay. Really? Come on. All right. Back we go. And we'll get this bee farm. I guess technically it's a mob farm of sorts. Eventually we could do the usual and name bees or name sheep or name something. I think I will get that set up. I just haven't played around with naming things yet. So this weekend we had a blast at our Cub Scout camp. That was a lot of fun. It was right around the freezing mark, so there was a lot of slush and mush and melty mess. But kids had a good time, and that's always a key. There we go. What am I missing? Oh, ha ha ha. Yeah, that was dumb on my part. What am I doing here? Let's just do it this way. It was kind of a waste of time. I think what I'm going to do is just stick these ones together and go buy a few from the shop or from the traders, because doing it the way that I was going to do it is just going to take far too ridiculously long. Let's see. Yeah, it's only going to let me have 1. So this is going to take forever if I go back for more. Oops, wrong way. It's actually going to be faster for me to buy them. Bit of a shame, really. I honestly thought that you could use old ones for that, but guess not. Actually, do I have any hiding in here? No. Come on, it's not quite bedtime. Okay, well, let's stall by eating. And put away... Put away the fancy dust. Try it again. There we go. It feels weird to head to bed and then the sheep are staring at me. Kind of like, yeah, privacy please. Can you turn the other way? Okay. Oops. Ain't got a whole lot of brains today. Okay. Let's put a few more of these back. Yeah, that'll get me 3. I only needed... Oh, God, that one's 4. Okay, we're good. We're good. Hello, man. 1, 2, 3. Oh. One for the road. What happened to you? Did you get me anything good? No. Never get me anything good. Oh well. So I, as a leader, get to make a cub car. That's what we call them up in Canada. In the US, they're more well known as Pinewood Derby cars. And so leaders get to make one as well. We don't get to, we can't win if we race them against the kids, but we do get to make our own. And so I've decided, actually, that what I'm going to do is use this library as my shape. So you get, thinner and longer, and probably a bit more sloped down at one end. And that's going to be my derby car shape this year. I think that'll be a bit of fun. It's simple enough so that I can participate along with the kids, because they get a kick out of trying to beat the leaders. And dispenser 2. What did I do? Okay. Yeah, so they get a huge kick out of trying to beat the leaders. But it's also simple enough that I can spend most of the time working with my kids to finish up theirs at home. We're going to have a second, we had a build night last night where the kids were enjoying using power tools, under supervision, of course. So if they were scared, we didn't make them do it themselves. But if they were bold enough and wanted to try it themselves, then we were actually letting the kids do their own work on building the vehicles. So we actually let them use a bandsaw and standing sanders, and yeah, it was a blast. I really enjoyed it. So they're using Dremels and stuff too. And the ideas that most of them came up with are actually relatively creative, which I shouldn't say that surprised me. Usually it doesn't, but we've got a couple of different youth that wanted to do something that resembled cheese with a mouse. So I'm not quite sure how they're going to pull that off, but that's what they wanted to do. We've got... Oh, come on. It's because of these, isn't it? Here. So we've got a couple of those. We've got a couple of them that wanted to do some sort of cat theme car. More power to them. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work, but I'm always surprised. And than your usual run-of-the-mill collection of sports cars and so on. But then we've also got one who decided that they were going to do a wrecking ball. And it actually really looks more like an ankle ball and chain. But I'm not sure how they're going to keep it strong enough that the item isn't going to break as they build. I'm not quite sure where they're going with the idea, but hey, you know, once again, I can easily get surprised by the ingenuity of the youth, and always a pleasure to figure out what they've got on their minds. Okay. So I think we'll probably need more honey bottles long term than we will need honeycombs. So I think this side with 4 will be the honeycombs, so I can put shears in the dispensers. And then this side will be the ones with the honey bottles. So I'll be putting more hoppers out the front with chests on top of them, purely to supply extra bottles to the dispensers. Okay, but we do need more redstone. I should have got that while I was in with the dudes. And more repeaters. Fantastic. Okay. So, back again. Disadvantage to being a just-in-time materials creator is that you don't often have what you need when you need it. Alrighty. I could always do it the long way and spend some more melons, but I think that's probably best just to do that off camera because it's a bit of a back and forth trip. So we need lots of redstone. Yeah. Yeah. And I probably need more crystals too. Okay. Do it a little bit more smartly this time. There we go. Please cooperate, sir. I could use a lot of this. Meh. Could be worse. Okay, repeaters. We only need 3. We're doing good. And do I have... Yep. Actually, I might have enough redstone to finish, so let's go find out. Alrighty. Let's see. Actually, I've got an idea that I'd want to try out. Just because I've got more than one viewer. It's kind of nice. So let's try. Pop over. And let's see. Can I do... No, there we go. Oh, okay, I haven't actually built one. Nope. So actually, I'll have to pre-build that next time. But I'm looking to be able to find out whether or not next project should either be a Sphinx or a 1940s style telephone. So yeah, that's the decision I have to make. I have to collect materials for it regardless. So it doesn't really matter which one I do next in terms of how I have to gather things up. But I'm just being incredibly indecisive on which one I want to work on next. So I'll probably spend a little bit of time figuring out how to gather both and then figuring out how to write a poll that I can use. Because I've never actually done polls before. So they can be quite useful. Okay, now we need the boxes. And then we can run up top and start putting on the roof. So that I can let these guys off their strings. Okay. No, not that one. I also keep promising that I'm going to put away things that I don't need, and have not done so yet. Okay. This one. This one. This one. Yeah, last week's stream I had was very much in the mode for putting in or putting away materials, and I just did not get to it. because we had camp coming up. So yeah. Badges had all around, which was great for some of the kids because a bunch of them just started this year, so they really wanted to catch up with their friends. Okay. Then we can start putting the roof on. Where's my roof picture? Beehive top. There we go. OBS. Doctor Who telephone box. Oh. I will definitely add that to the list of ideas. Does not fit this particular season, but that actually would be really fun to do. I wouldn't say a telephone box. I'm thinking maybe more the police box they use, because I don't think he actually used a telephone box. They look like a telephone box. I guess technically it's a telephone box, but it's limited to police usage. And interestingly enough, the series stayed pretty relatively consistent with what their police box looked like. However, I was watching a YouTube video not too long ago on the history of the police box, and there are all kinds of shapes, from circles, not circles, sorry, conical pillars, right through to pretty much you name it, they've had it, which is kind of neat. Okay, what am I looking for? I want the need brown concrete, yellow concrete and wool, and the regular terracotta. That should do the trick. And then when we're done, I am going to actually, unfortunately, need to go and get some brown carpet, which is kind of disappointing because I didn't really want to have to make it look ugly on the top, but frankly put, I do not want mobs up top. They can jump off if they want. Yeah, actually, strangely enough, that was it is a very specific shade of blue. By the time the TV series used it, the London Met didn't. London Metropolitan Police did not use it any longer. So, from what I understand, they actually have a couple of the old boxes still registered, not as being used, but as registered where they are, just in case somehow somebody manages to use them, break in or whatever. They sometimes still use them for supply closets occasionally, but in any case, where I was going with that was that so when the Doctor Who series decided that they were going to carpet, actually I must do that now. So when the Doctor Who series decided they were going to start doing the TARDIS part, they actually talked to, via the BBC, they had to talk to the Met and get permission to go and take a paint sample from one of the existing telephone boxes from the period they were looking for and get it replicated. Where you take it to the paint mixing shop and whatever. They weren't too concerned about the correct materials used in that color, but they actually had to get someone to mix custom paints for them. And then they discovered, lo and behold, to their chagrin, that the actual color they were trying to replicate, unfortunately, did not film very well. It was a little bit too matte, and they needed something more high gloss. I think it was partly because of the sun bleaching and so on by that time, because they didn't have on record with the police force exactly what shade it should be. I mean, they didn't have hex codes back then. So, did I leave the brown elsewhere? I didn't. Fiddle Faddle and Fooey. Okay, let's put that back there. So that was kind of interesting to me at least, when I learned about that. They had to go and get a sample, and then they had to change it up anyways, simply because it didn't film well. But that's part of why it's a specific shade of blue, is because they had to adjust the time period one to actually fit the needs of filming, which was kind of cool. Brown wool, there we go. 15. Oops. I left one. Okay, we're good. That should get us started on the carpet. It won't be perfect, but it'll help. All right. And up we go. Yeah, that's still in progress. So I quite liked to be honest with you, the early episodes of Doctor Who. Some people I've talked to think I'm kind of nuts for liking those, but I actually prefer them over the modern ones. I think part of it is because I enjoyed the campiness of it. I know when it was done, it wasn't meant to be as campy as it turned out. But when all was said and done, the writers didn't really have any reason to make it look realistic. The 60s idea of what future and far away and whatever looked like was kind of ridiculous. I mean, they were still in the phase where aliens had like crazy little antenna and they weren't quite yet little green men, but they had like little silver spacesuits and stuff, and I thought that was just kind of silly, but I enjoyed the older series, and not to mention I actually liked Hartnell's acting, so I really should return to that series at some point, or that the early part of the Doctor Who series, and start again. I wouldn't exactly say binge watching, because some of it was absolutely terrible, and some of it was just fun. A friend of mine, when I was in high school, actually, we used to binge watch old Doctor Who episodes together, while just for kicks, eating stuff that we'd picked up at the import shop downtown on our way home from school. So we'd be sitting there eating like Ready Brek with sliced bananas in it, or packeted crisps that I think were made out of shrimp. I can't even remember what the brand was, and binging on Iron Brew. It was a hoot. It was a right royal hoot. Okay, where is this one? Hold on, new. Yeah. It's actually kind of funny that you should say that that Douglas Adams was involved. Certainly was, and I really enjoyed his style of work, and you can definitely see similarities between that and when the BBC did the early television reproduction of his Hitchhiker's series. Also, the costuming crews were somewhat similar, and you can really see that when you take a look at, say, for example, the design of a Cyberman, which seems sort of out to lunch. And then you consider what you compare that with, let's see, like, for example, maybe Zaphod Beeblebrock's head in the television series. It really was uniquely campy and unwieldy. Like the people who played Cybermen couldn't see out of their helmets, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so they certainly couldn't see out, and bit of a shame that, because I don't think they would have been any more believable. I mean, when people make costumes mocking or replicating, depending on your point of view, the Daleks, they really, in some of the first models of the Daleks, they really did actually use toilet plungers. So yeah, they weren't meant to stay that way. It was actually supposed to later on be made lasers, but not so much. Okay, we've got sand, and once again I'm out of gravel. How much do I care? Let's see, what did I do with? Not that. Let's see. Yeah, on the roof, that might not be too bad. All right. I don't have to be quite as color fussy on the roof. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just curious then, for anyone who's actually watched some of the Doctor Who series, I have not watched as much of the new stuff. Count 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have not watched as much of the new Who, I guess you could say, after more modern reboots in the last few years. But I'm curious to know, who of all the actors is your favorite actor? Because I'm kind of torn. I'm trying to remember what his name was. The dude with the celery. I liked his outfit a lot. 2, 3. Did this wrong anyways. Yeah. I liked his a lot. I think he was probably my favorite. But then again, I'd also seen some of his other work in a series called All Creatures Great and Small. And so I'd already liked his work a lot. As I mentioned earlier, I liked Hartnell's quite a bit. And, oops. And who could forget Tom Baker? It's not just the crazy scarf. And besides, he didn't even have the crazy scarf for as long as a lot of people. I've actually had to build one of those 25-foot scarves, except thankfully the person I was making it for, this friend of mine, he decided he didn't really need it all in the crazy stripes. I let him pick the wool, and so he decided that he just wanted it all in a cream color, which was good for me, but it took a lot of knitting. Someday I'll make one that's actually correct. I'm just temporarily burnt out on scarves after making 1, 2, 3, 4 Harry Potter themed scarves for the various houses. Colin Baker, yes. Perfect, thank you. Tom Baker's your favorite. You know, I like Tom Baker's work. I think maybe I'm biased as well, though, because I quite liked his Holmes stuff. And he's actually done, in addition to actually, or having sort of spoofed Holmes on Who, he also has done some audiobook work on the Sherlock Holmes stuff. So, yeah. Anyways, so the reason that the TARDIS doesn't fit into this season is not because of anything other than, plain and simple, that this season's theme, if I'm organized, 3, there's 1, can't count 1, 2, this would have been the other one. Anyways, but this season's theme is actually mystery books. There we go. So by having a mystery book theme, it makes it a bit challenging to get Doctor Who in there. But hey, there's a good reason for a connection, right? 1, 2, 3. You've only seen the more recent series, Brian. Well, even of those, do you have anyone? I mean, in that case, I guess if I was to pick a new one, personally, I think my favorite was probably Eccleston, because he did a good one that was a little bit more, definitely far more edgy than the pretense more refined Who that the older ones pretended to project. I think Eccleston I think it's Christopher, did a good edge there. Okay. This front lip looks stupid, so after I sleep it off, I will go and fix that up, and then we can move on to the next row. Yeah, audio of Doctor Who's a lot of fun. Part of it, it's kind of funny though. I find similarities between some of that material and what do you call it? If you ever get the chance, one of the things that's kind of a lark, I guess, is to try and watch Doctor Who, particularly classic Doctor Who, in described video. One of the channels we had, in order to not get, I guess you say, pirated shows, I watched a few that came up on one of our channels where they were doing old television syndication on, the only kicker was it was all described video. So rather than having a secondary audio track you could turn on if you wanted the description, this particular channel had them on by default, like always. And so watching it, the description of a Dalek really was kind of amusing, because depending on who was doing the description of the particular episode, sometimes you'd have them describe it as a salt and pepper shaker type shape. Other times they would actually try and describe it more carefully in terms of being a bumpy surfaced conical such and such. It's like, okay, if you need this much level of description, sorry dude, Who is not for you. But it just got to be kind of funny sometimes. But then it'd be things like, he dashingly threw his scarf over his shoulder. I'm like, I don't remember anybody ever doing something like that in the show, but sure. So you could tell that the descriptor person had I don't know whether it was a thing for Doctor Who or whether it was just that, nothing for Doctor Who, but like a crush on the actor or something. But yeah, it got kind of weird. Gave me a good smile nonetheless. Okay, back up. David Tennant is pretty good. Yeah, I think he was a good choice for a reboot that sort of bring it back, because he was kind of a lovely cross between the more refined elements and the more edgy elements of the way they were doing the Doctor Who characters. So I quite like that reboot. Okay. That concrete wool. Okay. Oops. Can't count today. Oh well, doesn't really matter. This is my hive. I can do what I want, right? 1, 2, 3. Oops. I don't like the look of that one. Try. I don't need this. Douglas Adams. Yeah, Douglas Adams is a good one. If you do get the chance, take the time to read some of his stuff. It's a nice bend. I got my son into it a little bit. I don't know quite why it was that he decided he wasn't going to continue reading it, but he found something else to read instead. He wants to see more of the Hitchhiker's Guide movie that I started showing him. And while I like the movie, I also like the campiness of the old series, so I'll have to see which one he gets to see more out of, because he did not connect as well with the new Arthur Dent, even though lots of that movie was much well done. I guess not much better, just well done. Different. That's good. Another good way of thinking about it. Different. Different can be good. Okay. Ran out of... Well, it's fine. They ran out of wool, but that's fixable. Okay. Classic Who? Yeah. He did write a lot of Classic Who episodes. There are days that I wish people were more, still more familiar with where the Babelfish search engine title came from. I mean, that's one of his classic contributions, or one of Douglas Adams' classic contributions. So yeah, if you've ever heard of Babelfish, like as in the used to be one of the competitors to like Google, and Babelfish showed up in Douglas Adams' work. Pardon me. As the translators, universal translators. I'm sure if they'd come up with some sort of snazzy name for it, a competitor could have been borrowing from Roddenberry for the naming of the communicator, but was not to be. Okay. Brown row. They go dark. Okay, go dark in all the corners. There's a lot more light brown in this one, but I think I'll just do a smattering just because I don't have a whole lot. Okay. Go, Bobby. Besides, if I'm going to carpet the top like I did out here anyways, then it doesn't really matter what it looks like up top. you're not really going to know from below. The Hitchhiker's Guide books were great, and I my husband's got a set of the paperbacks where you could rearrange the book covers, and each time you get a different picture. There's like a shoe and so on and so forth on the cover, and they're just fun to look at. Ooh, the outside station. Oh, that's going to be snazzy. So for those of you that aren't on what is now being called the coffee server, I like to call it Coffee Corner, but anyway, our major transportation hub to get from point A to point B. Thankfully, because we're in Java, we can go on the nether roof, and that allows Stoner Miner, who's the master of this awesomeness, it allows him a lot of flexibility to be able to build whatever he wants. So we don't just have to have vanilla nether tunnels. 2, 3, 4. We don't just have to have vanilla nether tunnels that don't really go anywhere or do much of anything. We can actually have. We can actually have. If I can remember straight. We can have like a whole rail system going on, but now he's beautifying the outside of the rail station cross with museum, I believe. Did I run out of? I did. You know what? I'm cheap. I don't think I really want to do that. Come on, you. Sorry, after playing Abduction last week, I mean, as I've said, I wanted to go faster in that game, but I still also would like to actually have some speed in this game. Once you get used to running, really, fine, be that way. Once you get used to running, then you don't need to worry so much about you get used to it, and then you kind of go, whoa, walking is crazy slow. It feels almost like crouching. And that you wish you could go even faster, although eating and staying on top of that helps as well. Oh, right. Shopping area. Yeah. Shopping area is not high on my radar, but yeah, who knows? Okay. You can tell when I go to camp and people converse about stuff that I get completely lost. But that's okay. I'll figure it out. Servers are always better for me than solo worlds in terms of wanting to stay active and involved. So, well, I don't know about involved, but more active than anything else. I'm usually behind the 8-ball at all times when it comes to involvement, so I need to figure out how to pick up my socks and get with the program, so to speak. So once we can get this done, did I boo-boo that corner? Oh, I did indeed. Oh well. Fixie. Yeah. So I got to figure out if I'm doing anything in the shopping district this year, what it's going to be, or this season, I mean, what it's going to be. I have no clue at the moment. I mean, you guys have seen me build everything that I've got, and frankly, most of the supplies are actually just playing catch up with the other players on the server. So, not building a giant flower this season, been there, done that, fell off it a few times. So, not sure what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's still something that I would need to put some thought into, actually. Yeah, whatever. Sorry, distraction out loud doesn't help you guys much. All right. And let's put a dark one. 1, 2. Oh, whoops. Haha. I was trying to figure out why I was a block out, and it's because I'm a whole row out. Right. 2 rows between everyone. So yeah, themes are great and all, but sometimes building whatever suits your fancy can actually go faster. I just had never done a theme before. Last season I spent far too much time being concerned about a theme and didn't end up getting much of anything built. So this year, since I've got ideas, then I'm trying to build them as quickly as I can figure out the time to do so. And we'll just have to see if that works or if it ends up not paying off in the end. But yeah. Hey, Twitch is all new to me, so I figure I can play around with one season and we'll get serious next year, right? Next season. I keep calling it year. I think it's because we've had such a delay on some of the items from Mojang that it just feels like a year in between. Forever. I have not been looking at the snapshots or the beta stuff coming out. No real reason, I guess. Just haven't. I think probably because I'm not a huge fan of spoilers, and some of the features coming in aren't really my cup of tea. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. We're going to need some more yellow. Let's go with more yellow and more brown, I think. I'm not going to worry too much about lights and darks and stuff. Low. Sure, that works. Probably should have gone red on those, actually. Oh well. Heh. Never be serious. Still way early in the game, got some catching up to do. It's a lot of point of view. It sounds funny to say, but yeah, I'm always behind the 8 ball. That's just the way it goes. Alrighty, so I needed yellow and some red. Let's do this. That might be enough. And brown wool. More brown, some more wool. Okay. We're getting there. Probably should have dyed the sheep. That would have made sense. Oops. Sorry for getting quiet. I'm still getting used to this whole being able to talk to people business. I think that'll be a permanent thing. The getting used to it part. Alrighty. $32. I wonder if that'll do. I'm just making rings, so that should work. Brian needing to make anything? Wow. The shocker. Oops, no. Brown carpets, please. 48. Yeah, let's see how that goes. Oh, I wanted red. Let's get some more. Yeah, I don't need a lot. Did I just grab 52? Oh well, whatever. Why am I going over there? I have more than enough flowers over on this side. Oh, farm's full again. Oh well. One of the things I need to start doing is running around the base and making storage system expansions. I have not ever built a massive storage system, so that's one of those things I have to research how to do, or potentially look for some assistance on said storage system. Just because I've never done it, right? Let's go like this. Oh, really? Did I just build that? Yep. Timings. All right, what was I looking for? Up on the roof. So, not to compete with Dub Dynamite. The Dynamites are the ones that inspired me to consider putting on the Sing a Snippet reward. Just because I could. I get enough earworms stuck in my head as it is that I figured I'd throw in something like that. And then I decided I'd try and price a little higher than was easy instantly, just because I then promptly chickened out. 52. So, yeah. I wouldn't say, well, maybe chickened out isn't the word. Decided that I would embarrass myself. Okay, up we go. So the Sing a Snippet one is in there. You will probably get, I think I may have mentioned this last week, I can't recall, but you'll probably get some filk pieces, or at least some re-lyricking of words, of songs, and most will be rough and a bit of a stretch for some of them. But it's something I do anyways for fun. So as I said, if it's going to be fun, we'll put it out there. And I don't know how long that one will stay around, or if it will stay around. A lot of it depends on how much it gets used, and if I end up feeling like I made a mistake. At the moment, part of the reason I just went ahead with it as well is because I thought I needed something that was a little different than what some of the other people were doing. I very much respect a lot of the other streamers and have difficulty with cribbing from them, because it doesn't feel like borrowing in a friendly way. It feels more like intellectual theft. So, yeah. That's just a mental issue I've got. And I invent my issues as we go along. Ask Fantastic Sherlock Fox. I'm always saying I'm not good enough at something. And he reminds me afterwards that I've been negative, which is not necessary. Yeah, distraction-wise. Okay. Where am I going with that thought? I can't remember. There was a reason for it at one point. There isn't now, but yeah. And I honestly thought I'd have enough wool and didn't. How did I do that? Weird. And I made not enough carpet either. Huh. Okay, well. Let's see, what do I have? Nope, don't have torches. Arg. Gotta go get something. All right. So if anyone's just popping in and lurking, you're very, very welcome to do so. The farm is a little bit compact, simply because the base is a little bit compact, simply because I've never built a base with a theme before with large builds on it, so I'm not yet versed in good spacing. So yeah, takes practice, right? You got to try something new every time. And concrete powder, no. But that would have been useful earlier. Well, I don't need these anymore. Those. Okay, let's just go for a nap. Oh, thank you, Mystery Sleeper. You guys are very, very helpful on the server. All right. So the hope is to get the roof finished up, and then we can go and breed up some bees. Ah, thanks, Neon. Your cat always makes me smile. Aslan is amazing. I'm making an assumption here, but I assume that the cat is named after, pardon me, is named after Aslan from the C.S. Lewis material. Let's see. Ooh, candles. Yeah, I totally even forgot those existed. Don't sleep them on the nether roof, okay. And I can't remember what I was up there. Oh, more yellow carpet. Okay, so I'm gonna need yellow wool. Come on. Oh, I don't want that. Well, actually, I do want that. I have more carpet than I need now. That's okay. Yellow carpet. Well, if we can't get that finished, then I will again be a monkey's uncle. I know I'm going to need some torches, so let's just see if there's anything I can put away and quickly build a few of those torches. Yoink. Watch me need more dye. Let's put that over here. Do I have random sticks? No, but I can make those on site. Okay, I will have plenty of iron to do what I want to do. I'm thinking suspending some lanterns from the ceiling might do the trick. They're not perfect, but I don't have enough of the mushroom blocks at the moment. That may switch it up later. Not critical. It's one thing at a time, Glenn. One thing at a time. Like, for example, I've got the 50s or 60s song, whichever it was, that Up on the Roof is stuck in my head right now. So, yeah. That's part of where these earworms come into play, is because if I'm going to have something stuck in my head anyways, then they tend to come out of as weird lyric changes, or you never know when something like that might pop out. Yep, too much carpet. Oh well. That's okay. Oops, and I missed a huge chunk. No wonder. It is done as far as I'm going to do. Okay, let's see. Actually, let's pull this one off. Where did I put it? Oh, this one and red. Do I have any empty spaces? Yes, one. No, one gate. That's not going to do. I think trapdoors will do for now. I just need to get me in. Ooh. Fence gate. And it's orange. Yay! Perfect. That's not where I expected him to be at all. Interesting. Interesting delay. Are you guys going to pick up? All right. I'm betting because there is, or was that much lag, thank you to the sleeper, that somewhere on the server we may have had a storm. Or not a storm, a lightning storm. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for, sort of. All right. Why make torches if you have torches, right? Okay. Now I don't remember what I wanted them for. Concrete, terracotta. Stone. But I'm done with the carpet. Done with that. On a gap anywhere. All right, just pull that out just because I'm distracting myself with it. And bricks. Nope. Stairs. Planks. There we go. Planks. Sure. No. Okay. Stack ought to do. Oh, right. I stole that one. One over here. Still don't know why Mojang insists, oops, on, really? Fine. Still don't know why Mojang insists that they're not going to bother putting their nuggets all going the same direction. I mean, somebody must have got their nose in a knot to refuse to do that. Okay. Let's go with lantern. No, I don't need 48. Let's go with a dozen. I need 24, so that's not going to work. 21. 36 might work better. Okay, fine. Are we? 28 and 33. 36. Okay. See if that's enough. Okay, I might need a real door. Apparently this is Delenn challenging. All right. I can still reach it. Not torches? Lights, please. Okay. Count. Oops. 2 and 3. I gather, or I'm quite glad that this dude's very approving. I don't think anybody else wants him around. If I'm wrong and there's someone on the server who wants this monkey around, then I will get rid of him out of my space. Until then, I'm just gonna let him be, do his thing. 2 and 3. That's 9. I made 12. Ah. Counting with Delenn. Definitely not one of my strong points today. 1, 2. Just about done this one, then we can actually start breeding bees. Oops, 2, 3. We're probably too high for that to count anyways, but looks okay-ish. I mean, because of what it is, I don't mind pathing the bottom. I'm kind of too lazy to do the bottom of the beehive. Okay, 2. Nobody would see the inside of the bottom of the beehive except me anyway. Well, you guys, I suppose. But I meant no one in person. In character? I don't know. What would you call it? G2. One, 2, 3. Okay, and then just 2 in the center. Excuse me, sir. Could you please? Okay, I'm pretty sure it won't let me. But, yeah. All right. One, 2, and 3. Those crazy guys keep sounding like they're spitting on me, but they're not. Ow. Darn. I thought I could get up there. You reach, yes. 1, 2, 3, and here's the bottom one. All right. Load this one. And center went forward, so let's just do that. Roughly here. And on the other side. All right, bee time. Oops, okay, I gotta keep my count on who's got what where. Because it looks like next time is my turn, or I'm gonna have phantoms on my tail. Okay, let's clean up this mess. So, what are you still doing here? Nautilus shells. Nothing I can really use. I mean, black dice maybe, but okay. Doors are closed. I push you two off. Go. Go. Okay, that'll do. Bee buddies. For you. And you. Where the other ones go? And this one, and that one. You're too cute for your own good, you know? Oh, oops, need that. It's funny, there's that one hive that just will not stack with anything else. And I'm amused by that. Oops. Just because I kept thinking there might be a bee in there, but got it down, not a bee to be had, so. Oh well. This is the hive of red flowers. Poppy honey. There used to be a kid in my daughter's class named Honey. And although the name implies that she'd be sweet, she was one of the just most disruptive kids. She had some special challenges. But it was just got to the point where if we'd heard the name, Honey at dinner, then it was most likely going to be something about how Honey disrupted the class, or Honey sat on the wall, or we didn't get to Fizzette on time because Honey this, that, or the other thing. And it was like, really? Come on, kid. But I understand that everyone needs to be included. It's just got to be so that Honey doesn't always mean sweet to me anymore. Okay. Oops. Time for shears and bottles. We got some bottles in there. Oh, no. I knew I was going to do that. Really did know I was going to do that. That's no good. Definitely no good. Definitely no good. Yes, I know I need something else for that instead. First things first. Where did that guy go? Huh. Well, instead of the camp song, found a peanut. Lost a honeybee. Lost a honeybee. Again. Dude. This grass growing everywhere is really annoying. I think it's the bees, but still. That'll do. Aha. Got your attention. You, sir, are not allowed to do that. What are you two doing up there? Oh. All right. So we actually have honeybees. Yay! Okay. Did I get myself? Let's take this table, because I'm keep thinking that it's not here. Keep thinking that it's over there. That's where I stole it from. Oops, come on. Where are we? Okay, good. More flowers, please. This will get us a little bit of space for some stuff. And I did what I just thought I did, didn't I? Yep. Okay. Let's put these out of our hand. Okay, I need these. Wow. Sorry about that. My stomach's making really growly noises, and it does not make any sense as to why. Okay, so on this side, we need the chests up here, because these are going to be for the bottles. On that side, it's just going to be shears, so I don't really care about whether or not I have to fill them manually, because shears tend to last quite a while. Okay, and I can make 2. Maybe. What do I do with... Oh. Right. Okay, let's see what else I can put stuff away. That, this, burp it. Don't really care. That. Wool. Okay, that should get me a little bit of space. And I put down another chest. This and get as much out as we can. All right. Three. If I have one lonely, that'll work even better. All right. But we can make ourselves some shears. And no, I do not jest. Oh. Here we go. Don't need nuggets, come on. Let's go and get these ones inserted, and then we can at least get something happening. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, not enough. Nine. 999. An amazing number 9. Take any number you can find, it all comes back to 9. Wow, that's an oldie. Not necessarily a goodie. So when I was a kid, we used to watch a show. I don't know what channel it was on or what time of day or whatever, but it was called Square One. And it was all about math. They had like a Dragnet knockoff that was about math. They had like country songs about math. Yes, as strange as that is. They had all kinds of silliness about math. And come on, you bees, hello. Are you being a pain? Whatever. So in any case, they had all these songs about math, and it was great to be able to. You can grow up a little faster. I have plenty of flowers. I can feed you till the cows come home, and it's not going to make any difference. What, you like flowers? Okay, in any case, so they had all kinds of songs about math. They had this one weird one about math where if you take 9, no matter what number you multiply it to, if you add up the digits of that number, you're going to get it all eventually adding up to 9. And only 9 works that way. So yeah, that was the amazing number 9. So only 9 works that way. And so they would come up with like really crazy, crazy big numbers. They had one where they spent probably about 4 or 5 episodes talking about like a mystery to try and figure out where a character was, and it turned out it all boiled down to the Fibonacci sequence and some ridiculous little parrot, some guy's pet, that would repeatedly sit there and talk about 1, 1, 2, 3, and they had to figure out what on earth the parrot was talking about. So yeah, it was a bit of a funky show. We watched all kinds of weird stuff. And the odd part is, in my time zone, it used to come on during dinner. And while I now don't like television during dinner, it actually is something that kind of bugs me. When I was a kid, of course, we had television during dinner. That was my dad's decision. My mom didn't like that a whole lot. Hello. Yeah, so my dad wanted to have a show during dinner. But then on the other hand, if it wasn't for that, I probably would not have gotten exposed to quite a lot of the classic silliness of things like Maxwell Smart in the Get Smart TV series. You're up here. I don't get it. Oh. So, yeah. Maxwell Smart TV series. Would you believe that much? And those sorts of silly lines. I mean, you've heard a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot of, but a few streamers, including Dadcraft and a few others, who have, oops, what have I done here? Okay. Few streamers who use things like, missed it by that much. Don Adams is awesome. Like, don't get me wrong. The guy did, I wouldn't say he was a comedic genius, but he definitely had some good timing. Oh, okay. Here we go. So, probably the next stream then will be most likely being out in the desert, grabbing ourselves a bunch of sand, and then I also have to find a whole boatload of gravel as well, just because we're going to need that if we're going to do the concrete. The other thing, I do not have a fish farm, so getting the ink for ink sacks to make black concrete will be probably a manual process, so we may do that on stream one day, just in case anything interesting happens. Oops. Fish are friends, not food. Yes, but calamari, I mean, come on, yum. And the other way of looking at it is, even when they're not friends or not food, fish do make great aquarium critters. Nemo was a fantastic movie. Loved it. Don't know if I'm going to enjoy Finding Dory as much. I haven't seen it. People say that I should, but I have not seen that one yet. In essence, I honestly thought that Dory being a bit thick or absent-minded or whatever was a bit of a one-trick pony, and I really didn't know if it deserved its own whole movie. But you never know why a character does or does not get a backstory. So every studio has their way, and I mean, they may have written a bit of a backstory for it, but for all we know, Ellen DeGeneres may have actually had something to do with a little bit of what became Finding Dory, simply because there are quite a number of actors that in order to get into character successfully, they have to either be given a backstory for their character, or they need to create one for themselves to make the character work. And there's a possibility that she may have been involved in that. So, actually, since I could do a little bit of cleanup around here. There's not much to do, or I could take a quick run and grab some supplies so I can start picking up some of the sand, and that means that there's less I have to do on stream next time. Oops, let's take this roof down. Because the builds are what I really want to be doing on stream. The collecting it's great social for me to have people around, but not critical. What did I... Aw, man. Dang it. Oh well. And I think I need a better door. I think I'm going to actually have to go with a door on this one. So we may, in the next few minutes here, work our way out towards a desert spot. What am I looking for? Can't recall. I might as well leave that there, because if I close it in, I'll probably need it. Fish are food. Some fish just needs to be prepared better. I like some sushis, not all sushis, that sort of thing. Okay, is that empty? Yes, 3 shulkers. Right, that's that other box. That's the box of the specials. Okay. Ooh. Why not? I've got one. Sure. Acacia door is not ideal, but it works. I've only got 1 shovel, though. Where did I put the other one? But I had a... Oh, that's why. Right. Okay. So you can see I have excess. Something to use up. And one of these days, eventually, I will beg and borrow a beacon of my own. But in the meantime, if there's one out there, I'm not above using it. Okay, do I have some sand in there? Yes, but I can always top it up, so let's take that one too. All right. Oops, do I have any other picks? No. 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 Aha. That's not what I really wanted, but hey, it'll do. Oops, that's distraction. Squirrel. Where was I going? Door, that's what it was. Some fish just needs to be prepared better. Okay. More squirrel. 6. Where did I put those? Thank you. Okay. Oh, oops. You need a bucket. Or 2. Door. Where did you go? Yee. That part works. Sort of. Just curious. Ah, 1 down. Okay. I can probably... I'm procrastinating on going to the desert, can you tell? It's not exactly as exciting as watching paint dry, but... We've seen others. Okay, what have we got over here that I can move? Yeah, I've got a little bit of cleanup to do. 46. That's not great, but I might as well take it. Tree chopping. I'm always going to need something. Why won't you grow? Oh, it's because there's only one of them. Okay, well, stay there then. Be decorative. I remembered what I was going to do before I left. It was go and make a whole ton of more bottles. Because I had glass. That was why I had the glass. Okay. This the one? Yes. You. Go in here. Okay, I've got a few bottles. That should do. This will be empty. Oh, I've got a sand. Back and forth. Mojang, you need a yo-yo award. That door doesn't look right. It needs to be spruce, I think. Oh well, we'll get some spruce on the way by. Later. Alright. Really? $13? 14 on everybody, thank you. Good place to start. And then over here. Okay. 13. Oh well, that's fine. Whatever. Okay, take that one. Oh! Ow! Hey! I forgot I had to smoke you. Now I remember. Sorry. Sting me. Again. Hmm. Oh well. If I'm going to forget something, I deserve that. So we have our first honey block. Yay! Anything in here? No. 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 On the other bright side, when it's a what do you call it? And when it's a machine, they don't sting the machine. That's the important part. All right. So let's just sleep away the night. We have wound up our stream. Sorry for a less than exciting end, but we shall see. Okay, so does anyone have anybody they would like to raid? Because I'm looking at the list and I think I see Groova, which might be a half decent start. So next time round, hopefully we'll be doing a little bit more than gathering, but that's the aim at the moment. And we'll get ourselves on to the next project as quickly as we can. So thank you very much for joining me this week, today. It feels like a whole new week. And it feels like a Monday kind of day. But I appreciate everyone for dropping by. Hope everybody has had a good stream, and we'll see if we can get our raid to Groova actually functioning. Yoink. Maybe there we go. Alrighty. That actually worked. I'm impressed. So, yeah, bit of a mess in the box, but we will go and say hello to Groova.